Hi everybody. I'm not sure anybody going to show up or not. This is my first live broadcast, and today I'm hosting an event, introduction to web UI using Python plus Gradio. And in this event, we will first understand the Gradio framework and then build web UI using Gradio and Python, and then finally we will build a text classification web UI on that platform, Python and Gradio, and if time permits I will deploy that on render as well. So yeah, let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes max, so that in case anybody shows up, that will be a good thing for me. Yeah, let me log in meanwhile into Gradio, render. Yeah, let me move. Okay, and after 1 week from now I'm going to host one more event, build ChatGPT with web UI, and in this event I'll show you how to use OpenAI APIs, and then we will build web UI using Python and Gradio, and then connect all the pieces together and build a streaming chatbot. So I think, I'm not sure anybody is going to show up or not, but let's start now. So Gradio is a framework developed by Hugging Face, and with which, like, these are 6 lines of code, 5-6 lines of code, and with the 5 or 6 line of code you can build this web UI. And if I can interact with it, yeah, hello, hi. So this is very beautiful framework, and with it we can build good amount of elements and create the web UI. So there are clear documentation as well. So Gradio UI has 2 main element or 2 main views: interface and blocks. Interface is the simplest method, where you provide a function, inputs and outputs. Hi Nandini Priya, thanks for showing up. I have started my live streaming. Hi Rahul and Nandini Priya, thanks for joining. I have started.
Hey, hi Raj. Hi, hi Priya. Hi everyone.
Yeah. So I have started my recording, live streaming actually. So Gradio is a great framework developed by Hugging Face, and with the help of Gradio, these are like 5 lines of code, and with the 5 lines of code you can create this kind of beautiful interface. You interact with it, which is very responsive and highly customizable, works on all platform like mobile web browser or laptop desktop web browser. So there are main 3 things, or you can say 2 things. One is interface and second is blocks. So with the interface you can create simple interface. It takes a function, number of inputs and number of outputs. So Gradio has bunch of components like annotated image, audio, a bar plot button, and so many things. Okay, all kind of things that is needed for any machine learning or artificial intelligence demo, or even chatbot, or anything, any kind of work can be done using this Gradio framework. So let's get quickly started, and I'll set up my folder in which I'll write my code. Okay, and let me open terminal as well. Okay.
So, Raj, are you sharing your screen? We are not.
Oh, you are not able to see my screen?
No, we can't.
Oh, sure. I'll share my entire screen. Yeah, I hope now it's visible.
Yes, yes.
Sure. Thanks, Rahul. So, yeah, so now the first thing I'll do is that I'll create virtual environment. Meanwhile, let me create git ignore file as well. venv dot env, and let's underscore by cache as well. Okay. Next thing, I'll activate my virtual environment. Yeah. Let's say first pip install -u pip. Let me first upgrade the pip version. Yeah. Next, I will install Gradio. Okay. Gradio in backend uses fast API. Okay, fast API documentation. Yeah, here is tutorial users guide. Yeah, so in backend, Gradio uses fast API, which is very convenient and very fast and easy way, I would say. Okay, meanwhile it's installing, let me create let's say Gradio underscore UI. Let's say first let me layouts Gradio layouts dot py. Yeah. Okay, and meanwhile let me since it is installing, let me just do a quick seamless promotion that on next means on coming Saturday I'm going to run one more event. In this event we will build chat GPT, almost kind of chat GPT interface with Gradio and OpenAI, and I'll be showing you how to use OpenAI streaming option so that we can build something which streams as well. Yeah, it takes time. Okay, Gradio client. Yeah, and in that event we will build the UI. We will first understand how to use OpenAI APIs, and then we will understand the chatbot component on Gradio and build the web UI. First we will just do a plain chatbot interface and then understand all the components of that interface, and then we will see how to enable streaming on OpenAI APIs, and then how to use that, and finally we will connect all the pieces together and build a streaming chat UI or chatbot UI. And yeah, so now these things are installed. So as I said, Gradio has two main component, interface and blocks. So let's first look into interface. Okay, so first thing I'll do, import Gradio as gr, and I'll say demo equals to gr dot interface. Now interface takes main three things: function, then inputs, and then outputs. Now if we look here in the interface, you know, the documentation is very clear. Function required, the function to wrap an interface around, in inputs and outputs. So inputs can be components, outputs can be components. So yeah, so let me create, let's say def demo func. Let's say that will take a text which will be a string and return a string as well. And at this point, let me just print the text and return the text as well. So my function will be demo func, and this will be gr dot components dot text box. So here is a text box. Yeah, this is text box, and all the, you know, all the things that you can achieve with this text box is written here. So let me just provide a label, let's say input, and my output will be components at this point text box, and label will be output. Okay, and in order, there are two ways to run this file. First is, yeah, name equals to underscore underscore main underscore underscore, then demo dot launch. Yeah, this is the first way, and in order to run it, you need to use Gradio command and then the file name. Yeah, this will do all the things. This will spin up the server, this will do, you know, render this elements and everything. And when I click on it, you can see we have this beautiful layout. Whatever I write here will be available here. There is also flag button. When I hit flag button, it will save the information into this logs.csv file. So this actually flagged button is more of used in machine learning projects, so that, you know, you can capture all the instances. And I'll use allow flagging to never, just to suppress it at this point. And if I refresh this, yeah, now the button is gone. So this is just a simple example. Now let's understand how this works. So whenever we hit this submit button, Gradio will pass this inputs to the function, and whatever return is set as the value of this outputs. Okay, so in case you have two things, let's say gr dot compo gr dot components dot, let's say image. Okay, and typo. Let's say my label for this image is, let's say, input image. And there are a bunch of things that you can achieve with image. Is that, where is image? Yeah, image. You know, yeah, For example, type, you want numpy, pil or file path. Then you want image mode, shape, different things you can play around with. And let's say my type will be file path. And let's say I also want to show the image as well. For that I can use the same thing, gr components dot image, and let's say my label is output image, and the type is file path. Okay, let me save this and let me very quickly install autopap 8 just to format the code very easily. Yeah, let me clear the screen and Gradio, oh sorry, yeah, okay, so let me see, yeah, it is working. Okay, now you can see that how easily with just one line of code we have created a facility where you can upload an image. Okay, and let me try something. I'm sure we are going to face an error, and let me write something either hi, yeah, because demo func takes one positional argument but two were given, and that simply means that you are passing two elements but receiving only one element. So what I'll do is that I'll say file path, which is string, I'll receive that as well, and still this is going to throw an error. And let's first see how it throws an error. Yeah, so needed 2 but received 1. That means since our outputs are 2, we need to send 2 things. So yeah, let me print the file path as well, and I'll return file path. Now there is one small thing, that the sequence is very important. So this image will be received through this variable, and text box value will be received through this variable. So that means on output side, this value will be set as this variable and this value will be set as this variable. So in this case, image is second, so I need to change it as well. Yeah, and when I save it, and when I go here, when I come here and let's say hi, and when I submit it, you see how easily we have created this. And this works on, I think, very beautifully. Maybe, yeah, you see this, how beautifully this works. You don't have to do any front end stuff, and this is usable. And I've been using this for all my clients work where I demonstrate any kind of functionality. Yeah, let me stop this now. So yeah, there are so many things. If you have any question, you can, hi sir, we can see the screen. Okay, I'm not sure, is my screen visible? Anybody?
Yes, it's visible, Raj.
Okay, thanks. So I just want to ask if
Yeah.
you have any question around this, anything that you want to see me build, or anything, cause this is very, very intuitive as well. So this is first way to build the application using interface. The second, okay, let me save this, and meanwhile let me initialize a git repository as well. Oh, I don't want this to be pushed. Yeah, okay, let's say first commit, I'll say NAS 1908-2023 live event, and I'll publish this. Okay, now the same thing can be done using a different approach. Okay, let me show you one very quick thing is that since this is a fast API application, we can run this using, let me create a run.py file, and from Gradio layouts import demo, and I'll say from fast API import fast API and import Gradio as gr. I think this is it, and then I'll create an app which will be my fast API app, and let me just create a simple route, and let's say def home, and I'll return let's say Gradio UI is running on /Gradio, and I'll say 200 as well. Now in order to mount our UI, demo UI, to the app, I'll use gr.mount Gradio app, and this will take three things: fast API application, and then UI, Gradio UI, and the path on which you want to run this. And I think this is it. And now if everything goes well, we can run it using uvcon run. Run is the name of my file that I want to run, and then I'll connect or bind that as an app, and I'll use reload so that if I make any changes, it will reload the application. Let me run this. Yeah, I think it worked. And yeah, so you can see the Gradio UI is running at Gradio, and if I do this, yeah, we can see the same UI. Okay, let's build the same thing using blocks. Okay, so let me first save this, and using uvcon, sorry, yeah, okay, now I'll comment this out, and let's build the same thing, the same interface using blocks. So I'll say with gr.blocks as demo. So now the blocks works in a different way. So consider this as a row. Okay, consider this as a row, and this is a column. Then the first column has three elements, 1, 2 and 3, and then the last element is a row as well. So I'll say with gr dot row, we have two rows, so two elements. The second element is a column as well, so I'll say with gr dot column, two elements. Okay, let me build that. So first is input text, for example. I think first is image. Okay, input image, and that will be gr dot components dot image, and my label is input image, and my type will be file path. I'm not sure I mentioned that or not. Gradio will save whatever we upload here into temp folder and provide the path of that file. Okay, first is this, then second is input text, and that will be gr dot components dot text box, and my label is input text. And the third thing is a row with gr dot row, let's say submit equals to gr dot components dot button, and my value, I think value is submit, and let's say the variant is primary. Okay, and let me copy the, okay, in case clear equals to gr dot I think there is a clear button, clear button components, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's instead do this thing, components dot button value will be clear, and my variant will be stop, I guess. Okay, and let me save this. Okay, hopefully application is running. It is here, so let me refresh this. You can see we got at this point just one column. When I add another column here, okay, at this point maybe with gr dot column, okay, and we have, I forgot, we have image and text, or maybe text anyway, image. Let's use this, Control X. Output, and here output. Let me save this, and if I come here and refresh this, you see how with like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 lines of code we have built this UI. And I'm not sure actually you have seen this kind of work or not, but this is so much hassle-free work to build these kind of interface. Now let's connect all these two buttons to events. For that, what I'll do is that all the button has a click method, so let's first create clear on click. It will take a function and then inputs and outputs that you want to set. So for clear, I'll say handle clear, and I'll create a function def handle clear, and I think it will take nothing but return a tuple. Okay, and we will just return. So here we want to set text as empty and file as none, so I'll return empty string and none. Okay, yeah, handle clear, and my inputs are none and my outputs are, I'll provide the name of the variables that are associated with the element. So the first is input text and input image. Yeah. The next is, let's say on submit dot click, let's do some things. Let's say def handle underscore submit. At this point I'll receive these two things, input image and text. So let's say file underscore path, that will be string, and text, that will be string, and I'll be returning a tuple. Okay, so let's just print the file path and print the text, and we will return file path and text. So now here I'll say handle submit, and my inputs will be, I need to make sure that I'm using the correct sequence: input image and input text, input image and input text, and my outputs will be first is file path, so my outputs will be output image and output text. I guess this is it. So if we go here and if I refresh this, when I click here, it will open file selector. Say, let's say hi. Here when I hit submit, yeah, you see how easily we have, and in the image there is height, let's say 512, width, let's say 512. You see how easily we have manipulated this. You can see that. Oops. Yeah, you can see how easily we have manipulated the width. And hopefully when I hit clear, oh yeah, it has cleared, but it has not cleared the outputs. Maybe I should, okay, and none as well. So I'll say this thing, okay, and this thing as well. Let me refresh this and hopefully this will work. Yeah, so when I say hi and hit submit, yeah, we got this, and when I hit, yeah, everything is clear. You see how smoothly we have managed this, and you can see this is the file path. Yeah, this is the file, and this is the text we have received. So I hope this is pretty clear to you how this works, and I'm sure you have understood it. If you have any question around this, you can ask the question. Otherwise we will move towards the text classification part. Okay, I guess there is no question then. Okay, then let's move to next part, where we will build text classification UI, and for that I'll go to Hugging Face. Okay, we will use any model available for text classification. So here in text classification there are different models, but let's use this Sam Low Roberta Bayes Go Emotion. Yeah, so it is trained on this Go Emotion dataset, and it has 28 labels. So yeah, okay, so for this what I'll do is that first let me commit this Gradio block success, and let me sync the changes. Okay, so now let's say text classification underscore UI dot py. Okay, and let me import Gradio as gr. I guess before running this, let's say research dot ipy notebook. Okay, research dot ipy notebook, and let's say print hi. When I run it, it will ask me to select my virtual environment, and it will ask to install all the things, and that's why I just ran one cell with hi. I guess I'll be needing few things. Oops. Okay, let this run. So what we will do is that first we will understand how this is working, and once we understand this, then we will build a function to get the classification, and then finally we will build the UI in a way. On the left side we will have the text clear and submit button, and on the right side we will have this kind of beautiful label showing element. Okay, yeah, so I guess I need to install pip install transformers and torch. I'm not sure I'll need something else or not, but we'll see. Okay, and yeah, so let me come here. So in order to any model from Hugging Face, if you look into this top right corner, you will see use in transformers. So here it is. I'll copy this since it is a sequence to sequence classification. I'll copy this and I'll come here, and I'll first let me paste this. Okay, so let me move this to the top, and yeah, okay, I think I need to wait for a bit. Yeah. Meanwhile, let me write a line. My device will be CUDA if torch dot CUDA dot is underscore available, else use CPU. For that I need to import torch as well. Yeah, let me run this cell. It is saying that okay, I need to install this IPy widget. Yeah, copy this, paste this. Okay, so let me run this again. Hopefully we will not see that. Yeah, and let me print the device. Yeah, CUDA. Next thing, I'll move the model to device. Okay, for the first time it will download the model. Now I'm not sure how much you are aware about text classification, but how it works is like you have a piece of text, and with the help of tokenizer you convert that piece of text into numbers. Then this is a pre-trained model, so we will pass that numbers to model, and model will then predict the classes based on the number for that particular text. So what we have done at this point is we have created the tokenizer and created our model. Now what I'll do is that, let's say my query is, let me just get the same query so that we can have something to look at as a reference. So this is my query. Let's say my inputs will be tokenizer, and then I'll provide my query, and I'll say return tensor as PyTorch because I'm using torch, and let's see the inputs. Okay, you can see, as I said, the inputs will be number. Okay, there will be this attention mask as well because this model works on attention principle as well. Yeah, so now what I'll do is that, let's say outputs will be model, and then I'll use double asteroid to pass as a keyword arguments, and let's see outputs as well. Oops. Okay, I expected, what I missed here is that inputs to and then device, since my model is on device. Yeah, you can see these are the logits. Okay, these are the logits, or you can say the output of the last layer before activation. So what I'll do is that let's say I will create a function or you can say variable sigmoid, and that will be torch dot sigmoid. I'm not sure. Torch dot let's say sigmoid, but I'm not sure. This should have been okay. Inputs. So the inputs will be our outputs dot logits, and yeah, and sigmoid. Yeah, so you can see this is the probabilities of all the classes. Okay, so there are 28 classes, so you can see that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, I guess 10, not 9, yeah, 9 3s are 27 and 28. So these are the probabilities. Now yeah, we have the probabilities 0, yeah, so we have the probabilities, but and let me just make sure 0 will be, yeah, we can use detach maybe, and numpy then can't convert. Okay, I guess detach, I guess to CPU maybe, yeah. So now this is the numpy version. Yeah, so we got the numpy version of the outputs or probabilities. Then what we need to do is we need to map this against the classes. So in order to get the classes, if I go here and the file versions, yeah, under configuration maybe, yeah, you can see label to means id to label, and there is label to id as well. So what I can do is that label to ids will be model dot config dot let me grab this, and label to ids. Yeah, you can see these are the labels. Now what I'll do is that I will loop over to this. Let's say these are my outputs, then I'll loop over the outputs, or let's say loop over this label to ids, and then assign this values to a particular label. Let's say for key and value, or let's say key in label to ids dot keys. Yeah, I'll need that as well, so I'll enumerate this. Okay, and so then I'll get I and k, and let me print label to ids k, and then print outputs dot 0 sorry, index 0 and I. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So okay, I just used key, but what I want is to set the key value as this thing. So I think it is working. So now what I'll do is that I'll cut this, and I'll say this thing. Oh yeah, let me, okay, delete this as well. Yeah, and now if I look to this label to ids, you will see that it is mapped now. So I think our work is not yet finished, but almost finished. Just if you look here, you can see this beautiful interface where the highest probability is on the top, and then in the ascending order, oh sorry, descending order. So for that we need to sort this. I'm not sure I know how to sort a dictionary. Sort Python dictionary by value. Maybe I should go to this. Yeah. Okay, I think this will work. Let me copy this, let me paste this, and my X will be labeled to IDs. Let me copy this. Let me run this. Yeah. Oh, but it was sorted. So sorted text takes reverse as well. So I'll say reverse equals to true. Yeah, now you can see we got disappointment 0.50, and if I come here, and you can see, yeah, disappointment 0.50. So I think our work is complete now. The last thing I'll be doing is I'll be converting this to a function, and so here in text classification, let's say def predict, that will take text, that will be string, and it will return a dict. And here first let me do this, copy pasting few things, then device, then my model and tokenizer, and then I think these two things inside this function. Okay, query, so I'll say this is query, and then my outputs. Okay, my outputs, then yeah, let me use this as well. Okay, yeah, somebody wants to join, or I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, Rahul, you want to ask something?
No, Rajesh, just want to put that it's a really very great session which we are covering on especially on the chatbot, and would be great because I have some couple of questions. Probably you are on the way to spreading the things. It was really nice, but because since I am very beginner on this using that OpenAI and all, so it would be great if you'll just cover some of the stuff from the very basic, like how the Hugging Face works, and what are the things which we can do using those.
Yeah.
Uh, and I was really very eager to join this call because since I was traveling, I'm currently on the airport and all. I have my flight ready, so but even I was really very eager to join this call. Would be great if you'll share the recording as well. I need to drop as of now, but I need to connect with you on the same. I have a lot of questions come up with this.
Yeah, sure, Rahul. I appreciate your feedback, and in upcoming events on, I'll be conducting events on every Saturday from now on. So
Mm-hmm.
feel free to post messages on the WhatsApp group, and let me know what you want to learn, and what you want me to cover, and I'll be happy to show whatever I have.
Definitely, I have couple of great feedbacks. Which actually I came to Bangalore to attend some of the Gen AI case scenarios and all. probably I will love to share with you, and where we can make the things more, make some more projects on that, and will make more meaningful.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. You can, connect me on WhatsApp anytime.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a great session. Seriously, it's really very nice session. I'll learn a lot from this. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
Raj.
thanks. I appreciate that. So I'll be finishing this. Now my outputs will be this thing. And then I'll detach my outputs. Okay, sigmoid. Yeah. I guess yeah, this will be outputs. Oh, sorry. Okay, once the output, I'll take these labels. Okay, then I'll be doing this. Okay. Yeah, and then finally I'll be doing this as well, sorting the labels, and then I'll return label to IDs. And let's test this, predict, and I'll use the same query here. Let me print this. So when I save it, and let me clear the screen, and I'll say Python and text classification UI. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, okay, it worked very well in just one go. Okay, so now I'll be saving this as well, and let's create a UI very quickly. This will be a piece of cake. I'll use interface, and my function will be predict, and my inputs will be gr.components text box, and my label will be input query, and then my outputs will be gr.components.label. So let's say the label will be predictions. Yeah, someone is asking something or what? So our IPython file will be showing us probability of different emotion. Yeah, yeah. And let me show allow not duplicate, allow flagging to never. Yeah, and I'll save this, and here I'll comment this, and I'll say from text classification UI import demo. Let me run this. Yeah, the file is running now successfully. It will take a while to come up because it has a model. Yeah, and if I say Gradio, yeah, and if I use the same text, hopefully we will see the same result. Oh, unexp is not valid JSON. Yeah, okay, so this item is not valid. So what I'll do is that I'll convert this value into float. Hopefully this will solve the problem. It will take a while to come up. Yeah, you can see we got clearly beautiful result. And let's say if we want to cut this down to, let's say, 5 predictions, then what we can do is that num classes, let's say 5, so it will show the top 5 classes. Yeah. Oops. Oh, there is a typo. Let me save this. Yeah, and when I submit, yeah, we'll see this beautiful result. So I guess this is it from my part of this workshop. I hope you have gained some knowledge, and now it's time for question answer. Yeah, Dipanshu, you have any question? You can ask in native language or as well, Hindi, or in case you want to ask something. No, you can ask, Dipanshu. It's okay. You were connecting me on LinkedIn, I guess. Yeah, sir, but it's noisy here. Okay, let me see what you were asking about. You were asking about and webhook in Dialogflow where I can upload it for free. So I guess you want to upload file on Dialogflow agent, I guess. Is it correct? Okay, you want to upload a file on a server. That's fine. Okay, so that its link can be used in fulfillment as webhook. Oh, I got confused here. So when you want to upload a file and its link can be used, so I'm not sure, you want to build a webhook or you want to upload a file? Okay, webhook. So just stay tuned for 2 days, maybe 2 or 3 days. I have recorded a couple of videos on webhook and completely explaining the webhook. So yeah, so you can wait 2-3 days. Otherwise, I have a video on webhook. Let me get that webhook. Yeah, so if you I'll send it here. Okay, look at this video, and if you still have queries, get back to me on either WhatsApp group or on LinkedIn. Okay, I hope you have gained some knowledge out of this session. Sure. Dipanshu, have a great night ahead. Yeah, bye. And I'll be so I guess this is it, and I'm very glad that I'm not sure 4 people joined or 3 people joined, but 3 people joined, out of which Rahul has said some great things about the session. And yeah, let's see what it brings now. Signing off. Thank you for watching, and peace.